Alright, Christian hip hop fans, we're back at it for one more video. This is the last video that I'm recording for this series for the end of the year videos, but we have, as you know by the title, EP of the year. I'm super excited for this. There were several projects that were considered for this, and one of them, I will say this, one of them being the Indy 500 EP. There are reasons that I'm not going to say on this video why I didn't choose that one, although it's an incredible project. I sat down and was like thinking, the first time I sat down to even make up a list of EPs of the year, this was the first one that came to mind for a hot minute. Like, this was the only one I could think of. I almost went back on it and chose Indy 500, but I was like, I'm going to stick to my original EP of the year because I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop listening to it. I hope you guys enjoy this and agree. You don't have to agree. This is just my personal opinion. Spiritual Lemonade's 2024 EP of the year goes to, drumroll please, Trey God and Dela Cruz with their project I'm Pretty Weak by Myself. This was a collaborative EP. Yeah, the EP is under 15 minutes long. I'm Pretty Weak by Myself is a collection of 6 songs put together by up-and-coming Christian rappers Trey God and Dela Cruz. Producers were not listed on streaming platforms for this, but from what I can tell from posts on Instagram, is that these songs were produced by producer Robert Papillon III, also known as Trey Pop, and mixed and mastered by artist, vocalist, engineer Conscience. That is all I could find on Instagram, so I hope if that's incorrect, let me know if either Dela Cruz or Trey God is watching, or if any of you guys watching know. Definitely let me know in the comments who produced this and all that. By the time this project had dropped, Dela Cruz had already dropped 10 songs in 2024. I'm Pretty Weak by Myself dropped only in April, so already by April, 10 songs from Dela Cruz had been out, and Trey God was and still is dropping, not as often, although at the end of this year he's kind of been dropping a little bit more frequently. But leading up into the collab project I'm Pretty Weak by Myself, he had only dropped a couple songs, I think. But this project has a very underground sound, but has an aesthetic that could fit into a playlist with more mainstream sounding artists. Star 2 is the only song that has a feature, which is artist producer Scooty Wop, who delivers a verse with experimental vocal techniques, most known to be used by rapper Lil Yachty. I really enjoyed that. You can go back and watch my reaction to it. I said the same thing. I was like, man, this sounds a little bit like Lil Yachty, but no one's doing that in the Christian space, so that was the first time I ever heard something like that. But since its release back in April, it has accumulated over 800,000 streams on Spotify, on the road to 1 million streams for the project. Many EPs were released and considered, but I could only pick one because, and the reason this had an edge over something like Indie Tribe's Indy 500 was because there were actually no skips on this project. I could listen literally just over and over and over again, and I have throughout the year. This project just has no skips, whereas on the Indy 500, I do skip. Like, I've only listened to that interlude once. I think it's called they think they can rap or something like that, and I know that's just a real nitpick right there. That's the only reason that I didn't pick Indy 500, is because of that interlude. I feel like an EP, especially when it's a short project, it doesn't need an interlude. I'm fine with album interludes, just not with EPs. I feel like it's kind of like just a little too much. But yeah, no skips, no interludes, and every single song can and has been added to several of my playlists. All I can say now is I will have the link to the project in the description, as well as the Instagram links for Trey God and Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz went crazy this year, dropped so many songs, and Trey God as well. He definitely is focusing a lot on the quality of music that he's dropping. I have tapped in, not on the channel, but outside, just on my own time, checking out his stuff that he's been dropping. I actually did, at the time I'm recording this week, I did react to a song with Venice and Trey God, which was really good. But yeah, I can't brag on these guys enough. They're really fire artists coming up in Christian hip hop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your EP of the year is. I I'm sure a lot of people have different EP of the years, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Go be fruitful. Let's go.